Okay, hi students. So, see here students, in this session we will discuss about TSPSC Group 1 Mains Paper 5. That too, good evening Sunil, good evening. So, we will discuss about our data interpretation concept, how we need to write the answer, okay, and usually how the questions are asked and from which topics the questions are asked. See here students, already I have given we have uploaded a orientation video in the same channel, in the Shikara Academy channel. So please go through once. In that session I clearly explained how the questions will be asked and how we need to answer and all those things. Okay, so everyone please go and watch that orientation video. Okay, it will be definitely helpful to you guys. So make sure that you practice according to that. Okay, now see here in this paper 5, everyone know that in each paper it contains 3 sections, right? Each paper contains 3 sections. So when it comes to paper 5, the first 2 sections are from science and tech. The first 2 papers are from science and tech. Right? So sorry, the first 2 sections are from science and tech. When it comes to our section, that is third section, the pattern is different. That means the way of questioning is different from all the remaining papers and remaining sections also. Why? Because when it comes to other papers, each question carries 10 marks like that. Okay, but when it comes to especially our data interpretation concept, what they are doing is they are giving us 30 questions. 30 questions will be asked. Okay, 30 questions will be asked, and out of 30 we need to answer 25 questions. And each question carries 2 marks. Right? And each question carries 2 marks. So make sure that you attempt them properly. Okay, and they clearly mentioned one more thing, that the first 25 will be considered. The first 25 questions will be considered. Out of 30, if you attempt 30 questions, for time being, assume that you people have attempted all the 30 questions. But they will consider only the first 25 questions. Okay, so make sure that calculator allow untada sir. No Sunil, allow undadandi. Calculator allow undadu. ఓకే, క్యాలిక్యులేటర్ అయితే ఏమీ అలో ఉండదు మీకు ఎగ్జామినేషన్ హాల్లోకి. సో మీరు మాన్యువల్గానే క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయాల్సింది ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, సో అందుకోసమే చెప్తున్నాను, మీరు ఆన్సర్ రాసేటప్పుడు మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి క్లియర్గా చెక్ చేసుకోండి. మీకు పర్ఫెక్ట్గా తెలిస్తేనే అటెంప్ట్ చేయండి. ఓకే, ఎగ్జామ్ రాసేటప్పుడు కొంచెం జాగ్రత్తగా ఉండండి. ఓకే, సో మేక్ ష్యూర్ దట్ యూ అటెంప్ట్ దెమ్ వైస్లీ. ఎనీవే, the question numbers, see clearly the questions, first 5 questions from this one. So our questions start from okay, consists of 5 questions. We need to, so our questions of somewhere around, it will start from 6 number and it will end by 35. So make sure that how you people will attempt in the examination. How you people will attempt in the examination means, so read the question, and there is no chance that sir I will decide after reading all the 30 questions from this DI concept. Okay, so if you do so, it will waste your time. Why? Because the reason I will tell you, already this paper contains science and tech. Okay, so we cannot guess which question they will ask. Definitely it is a very challenging concept or concepts. Why? Because we cannot guess that what question will be asked, and we cannot fix a particular answer for particular thing. In the case of science and tech, when it comes to some other static portions like history and all those things, we people will be ready with some standard answer. We people will be ready with some standard answer before that. For example, if they have asked any question from ancient history, we will have some pro forma, right? We will start from this, and we will finish like. But when it comes to science and tech, we cannot guess. So definitely you people need to think in the examination hall that from where I need to start the answer, how I should build the answer, and how I need to conclude the answer. That means definitely the time, see, when it comes to 1.5 hour time, 3 hours of time, the time for S&T will be completely used for only S&T. There is no chance that, sir, I will save some time from S&T area and I will use that for this DI portion. So the chances for this situation is very, very less. So definitely you people will spend 2 hours of time for S&T. There is no doubt in that. So we will have only 1 hour of time for our subject. If you start reading all the 30 questions, and mark that I know this one, it will waste your time. Definitely it will waste around 5 minutes of time. If you read all the 30 questions and mark that I know this one, and so students, please don't do such type of things. Make sure that when you see 6th question, that means the first question for time being, assume that the 6th question, from the 6th question our DI portion starts. Okay, so if the first question is 6th question, when you see the 6th question, if you are really confident and you know the concept, then go and attempt it. Else immediately move for 7th one, else move for 8th, else move for 9th, like this. Once go from top to bottom. Okay, meanwhile in the first filtration, for time being, assume that out of 30 you people were confident with only 15 questions. So make sure that write down those 15 questions first. There is no rule that you should write the answer in this particular order only. That means in an ascending order or in a descending order like this. There is no any such rule. So what you people will do is, once read all the questions from top to bottom. Read in the sense, not read them all at one glance. See the 6th question. If you know the answer, start writing the answer. Okay, after finishing it, see the 7th question. If you don't know, leave it. That means if you are not confident, then go for 8th question. If you are really confident, attempt it. Then check 9th one. If you are not that confident, leave it. Then go for 10th one. Similarly, and 11th one. If you are confident with the 11th question, answer the 11th question. Okay, answer the 11th question. Okay, in this manner, try to read all the 30 questions first. So in that first attempt, you might attempt only 15 questions. Definitely, I am saying it very clearly and openly that you people will be confident out of 30, you people may be confident with only 15 questions. So attempt them, well and good. Then come to the next round. Of filtration. What are the questions which you have left earlier? 7th, 9th, 10th and like this, right? Now start once again. From this, once again start filtering the things. Why? Because already you have read the question once, right? So you people will have an idea that okay, this question is little bit what you can say, tough, but I will attempt, I can take a chance on this question. Those type of questions will be there, right? Then go for that. In that second round of thing, we for timing assume that you people have attempted 5 questions. Well and good. Now in total it became 20 questions. You need to attempt more 5 questions. So these 5 questions, based on your knowledge and how you need to write, see and attempt those questions. And one more thing, what will happen in the examination knowledge, students? Okay, what will happen in the examination is usually we may feel that okay, I am really good at time and work or some other thing. Okay, I am really good at time and work or time and distance, like this. Okay, you people may have some confidence, right? So what you people will do is, you will attempt that question. You will start writing the question. Solving the question. Okay, so when you start solving the question, definitely you will write given. That means they will give some given portion, and then we will come to our formula. If that concept have a formula, we will write the formula of that concept and we will start solving the problem. What happens is After starting solving the problem, you may feel difficulty while writing the final answer. So what my suggestion is, that means if the calculation is lengthy, my suggestion is, students, please don't solve it at that instance. Leave for time being. Okay, for time being, leave that one. Nothing will happen. Why? Because already you have written 3/4 of the answer. The only thing is you didn't solve the answer completely. So for time being, leave it at that instance. Okay, and then go for the next question. Sometimes you will come to one conclusion that at some point of time you need to find 26 by 24 whole to the power of 6 for time being. Assume that. In this case, don't waste your time in finding 26 by 24 whole to the power of 6. Better, what you people should do is leave that one for time being and then solve the remaining concepts and questions and then come to this type of calculation. But please don't waste your time. What happens is, definitely I am saying you one thing, that the examination will try to waste your time in the examination. See, the same thing happened with the preliminary examination also. When you see the question paper, actually speaking, the concepts are easy, but they are lengthy. That means to get the answer, you need to spend some more time. Okay, that means intentionally given you the questions little bit lengthier one, so that it will waste your time. So the same strategy will be applied here also. Same strategy, almost similar strategy they may apply here also. So time management is the first most important thing which you people should know. Okay, so the first thing which you should know is which question I should attempt and which question I should not. Definitely you will practice the concept now, right, while preparing the examination. Then you will have an idea that, okay, if I while practicing, I am taking, for example, there are some concepts like averages. Usually we will get the answer very quickly. And there are some other concepts like what we can say probability if permutation combination given. So I will go with one more concept like time and work. Some questions from time and work will take some extra time when compared with average question. So what you people should do is make sure that you attempt the question from average first and completely. Okay, so this idea when you people will get is until and unless you practice all those concepts. So make sure that spend quality time. I am saying once again, doesn't mean that if you spend some 60 hours, 70 hours, 80 hours on this DI, you will easily clear. It is not like that. Please spend some quality time. Make sure that while practicing, you practice all the types of models. And one more thing, please avoid few things. The first one is using shortcuts. That means if you see number of, usually we will write in this manner, right? So make sure, right, you people write it completely. Number of students like this. Okay. And when you, for example, if you want to use simple interest formula, PTR by 100. Okay. So in the question, if they have given you principal, time and rate of interest, so what you people should do is, while writing the given itself, beside principal, write it as P. Okay. And beside time, write in bracket T. And beside rate of interest, write R. In this manner, try to indicate them clearly. So when you write the formula for simple interest as PTR by 100 also, it will justify. There will be no wrong or anything. Otherwise, you should write principal into time into rate of interest. It is waste of time. So anyway, we will write the given. While writing the given itself, make sure that you write them little bit cautiously. Okay, not only in this, in any other thing also. Okay, so make sure that you write them very clearly. Okay. Right. And next, one more thing. See here, and don't try to find the answer without proper knowledge. Why I am saying is, see here students, usually what happens is we will start writing the answer. You are really good at profit and loss. For timing, assume that you have practiced profit and loss a lot, and you are very confident that at any cost, if a question was asked from this area, I need to attempt. Okay, you were blindly fixed in your mind. And when you go to the examination hall, you will see a question from profit and loss, but unfortunately you might not have practiced that concept. And by seeing the concept profit and loss, don't try to solve it blindly. That means don't waste your time. Okay, anyway, you by seeing the question profit and loss, you have marked the question number and you started writing the answer. Okay, you started writing the answer. Then what you should do is, no need to worry, write given, and if you know any formula, write the formula, whether it is related to that or not. Some relation will be there, right? And if you didn't understood the concept, then leave there itself. And don't waste your time blindly by assuming that I have practiced this concept a lot, so definitely I should write the answer for this question. So don't think in that manner. See students, even when I, for example, if I am in that position, assume that I am. Anyway, I am teaching the concepts, most probably I will know all the concepts. But sometimes what happens, even for me also, is I may not get the idea in the examination hall. So learning the concept, practicing the concepts, everything is fine. But the thing is, at that instance, definitely everyone will have some tension during the examination. Okay, one paper impact will be seen on the other paper. You know that also. Okay, how the impact will be shifted from one paper. Make sure that you people don't fall into that trap. Okay, next thing, these questions also will be in the same manner. Even though I am good in solving all the problems of profit and loss, but sometimes at that instance I may not get the idea. So don't waste your time in such cases. What you people should immediately leave that question and go forward. Why I am saying this one means, here we are not attempting any 4 questions or 5 questions. Here we are attempting 25 questions. Here we need to attempt 25 questions. So if you waste a 1 minute of time, in addition, definitely it will impact some other question. So my suggestion is, go with an open mind to the examination hall. Don't think that I am good at these concepts, definitely I need to attempt the question from this concept like this. Don't think in that manner. Make sure that you practice it well, you practice all the concept properly, and then go and attempt the examination. Why? Because you people need to attempt 25 questions. Keep that thing in your mind. When it comes to other papers or others, what we can say, sections, you need to attempt only 5 questions or something like that. But here you need to attempt 25 questions. So keep that thing in your mind. And next thing, many students are asking one thing, that sir, the questions, the weightage is only 2 marks. So in how many steps I need to finish the answer? This is the most commonly asked question. So students, definitely there is no rule that you should attempt the question in these many steps or that many steps. Okay, so whatever the steps possible, try to minimize it. That means where you can minimize, I will let you know. Only at the calculation portion. For example, there is a equation in this manner. For timing, assume that something like this is there. Okay, in this case, don't waste your time in writing 211 by 25, that is equal to 40 by 5, like this. Please don't waste your time. Instead of that, you can cancel here itself. Okay, 5 times or else here 8 times, it is up to you. Okay, and directly write down plus x, if it is something like this, plus x. Okay, so what you here you cannot cancel, right? If it is plus x, okay, put that as 25 only. 5 ones are 5 8s are. Okay, so now what happens to this? Directly you can write the answer. That means you can write this step. 211 is equal to 25 8s are 200 plus 25x. Like this, you people can write the answer directly. Don't write each and every step. The only area where you can minimize the steps means in this type of calculations. You can skip not an issue. But when it comes to the formula, and if there is any formula, try to write the abbreviation clearly. Abbreviations means what? Means just now we have seen one example, right, regarding simple interest, PTR by 100. If you have mentioned it priorly, that means principal in bracket P, time, rate of, it is fine. Else you should write that one. Else you should write the full form of that one. Okay, you should write the full form. For example, if you write any formulas for example, time and work case only. Okay, time and distance case also. If you have anything, so what you people do is usually time is equal to distance by speed. So write them clearly. Don't write T is equal to D by S. If you write in this manner, that is also fine. But definitely you should write that T is time, D is distance, and S is speed. Instead of doing all this nuisance, write the formula clearly at once. Okay. So please follow this type of simple method so that it will minimize the steps. But the thing is, we cannot avoid some calculations. Definitely we need to write, and make sure that, once again I am telling, your answer should be in this format: given. After writing the given, if that question have any formula, write down the formula. Okay, and then after writing the formula, substitute these given values in that formula and solve it and write the final answer. After getting the final answer, write down, therefore the time taken will be, I am taking an example, taken is 5 hours, like this. Write down this statement also. So make sure that you people follow this procedure for any question, especially the questions from arithmetic concepts. Especially, why? Because when it comes to the reasoning concepts, we will not have the formula. We may have given that too for only some questions, but we will have statements in the case of reasoning concepts. We will need to write some statements and then write the final conclusion in the case of reasoning concepts, similar to like this only. Okay, but when it comes to the arithmetic concepts, make sure that you follow these steps. Okay, you people follow these steps. This is very, very important for everyone. Okay, next. So in this manner, please try to attempt the paper smartly. Okay, and next, one more thing, what will happen is, you have already attempted 25 questions. For time being, assume that you people have already attempted 25 questions. Okay, from that means in any order you have attempted some 25 questions, and after attempting 25 questions, you realize that one more question is very, very easy, so I need to attempt that question. That is 26th question. So what you people will do is attempt that question, but what you should do is, from the top 25, definitely one or the other question you will not be that much confident, right? So what you people do is simply cancel that question number. Simply remove that question number and try to differentiate it from the previous question and this question. Okay, try to differentiate it from the previous one and this one. Okay, so in this manner you can do the things, but this is not that much suggestible. Why? Because if you do so, sometimes the examiner may think this answer for the previous one, or he may think this for the next one. The chances are very, very less. Why? Because anyway you will mention the question number here. Okay, but there is a chance that he may think that this question is related to the previous. So try to differentiate it if you do so, but most probably don't do this thing. Okay, try to avoid such type of things, but in worst case sometimes it may happen, right? So in that case, simply cancel the question number. You will write that question number, cancel it, and make sure that you differentiate that from the previous and this one. And why? Because if you cancel it, that is a different case. You can cross mark it, but try to avoid this one. Okay, but try to avoid. Why? Because it looks bad, right? That is the reason I am telling you. So please attempt the questions which you are very confident initially. which you are very confident initially, and then move to the other questions. Then this type of what we can say is this situation will not be raised. Else what happens is definitely this type of situation will be raised. So to avoid this type of situations, my suggestion is attempt the questions which you are really confident first, and then go to the next round of filtration and next round of filtration and so on. And while attempting also, if you feel confident and if you start writing the answer, meanwhile while solving the problems, if you feel any difficulty, no need to worry, leave that question there itself and then go for the next question. Don't waste your time in thinking about that question. Leave some space and then move to the next question. Leave some space and then move to the next question. Like this, after solving all the questions and then come to this question. Okay, but don't think twice or thrice how to solve this question and how I need to what we can simplify the answer like this. Don't do such type of things. It will waste your time. Okay, so please follow this steps while writing the examination. So when it comes to the syllabus, okay, when it comes to the syllabus, this is the syllabus. In the orientation video, already we have uploaded a orientation video in this Shikara Academy only. So everyone please go through that orientation video. In that I have clearly explained what is this syllabus and how we will discuss and all those things. And one more thing, students, all the sessions which we are recording are freshly recorded sessions. That means these the sessions which we uploaded in the app or in our website are newly recorded one, according to the new pattern of question paper only. Okay, so everyone please go through that orientation video, and please if you have any doubts you can ask me now, students. Okay, in that I have clearly explained you about these things. Okay, now, and one more thing I will tell you, the basic books or the standard books which we are considering is, there are many books, but the perfect one are the school books, school textbooks. In my orientation video also I have told the same thing, and now also I am saying. So the basic or the standard books which we will consider, from which the standard books which I consider are the school textbooks. Okay, state government school textbooks. From that only I have taken some concepts and I have discussed. Okay, and when it comes to topics like simple interest and probability, there is some doubt for everyone that whether the questions will be asked from compound interest or not, and similarly whether the questions are asked from permutations and combinations or not. See here, students, here there is some benefit of doubt. The thing is, if we mentioned only interest, then we will give equal importance to simple interest and compound interest. But here he clearly mentioned it as simple interest, so definitely we should incline more to simple interest, and we should learn compound interest concepts also. We should learn compound interest concept, but we should more practice questions from simple interest. And similarly when it comes to probability also, see, there will be some questions which are independent from permutations and combination. See, usually when you learn the concept, permutations, combinations, and permutation, combination and probability will be like a package, combined package. Okay, but here in the syllabus, what is problems based on probability only. They used clearly that problems based on probability. So here also the same thing. How we inclined to simple interest more, here also the same thing. We will incline more on the problems which are only from probability concepts. We will learn the concepts of permutations and combinations, but definitely I will teach you the permutations and combinations also. But what we will do is we will practice more questions from probability which are independent from permutations and combinations. Okay, when it comes to the remaining concepts, okay, almost everything all the concepts are clear. When it comes to profit and loss, see here also profit and loss, nowhere he mentioned about percentages, but he directly mentioned about profit and loss. So profit and loss and percentage both are like similarly how simple interest, compound interest, permutation, common. So without having knowledge from percentage, we cannot solve questions from profit and loss. But he will ask a question in such a manner that it links both our percentage and profit and loss, okay. So we will learn the percentage concept and profit and loss concepts also. So students, already I think by today సార్ డేటా ఇంటర్ప్రిటేషన్ మెయిన్స్ వైజ్లో ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయాలా సార్? డేటా ఇంటర్ప్రిటేషన్ మెయిన్స్లో స్టెప్ వైజ్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయాలా? యా, అంటే ప్రతి స్టెప్ కాదండి వంశీ. సో ప్రతి స్టెప్ మనం ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయాలి అంటే కొన్నిటికి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయాల్సింది ఉంటుంది. లైక్ సిఇయర్ మీరు మళ్ళీ ఎక్కడైనా యావరేజ్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయండి, లేకపోతే పర్సంటేజెస్ చేయాలి అని ఇట్లా ఏదైనా క్వశ్చన్ అడిగారు అనుకోండి, ఒక బార్ గ్రాఫ్, పై చార్ట్ ఏదో ఇచ్చాడు, ఓకే, ఇచ్చేసి ఈ 2 years ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇది ఒక 20, ఇది ఒక 8 ఇలా ఉన్నది, ఇది ఒక 15, ఓకే సారీ ఇది 7 ఇలా ఉన్నది అనుకోండి. మిమ్మల్ని యావరేజ్ తీసుకోమన్నారు అనుకోండి 3 yearsకి యావరేజ్ తీసుకోమన్నారు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ అంటే డేటా ఇలా ఇచ్చేసంటే మీకు తెలుసు యావరేజ్ ఫార్ములా ఏంటో తెలుసు. సో మీరేం రాస్తారు? ఫ్రమ్ ద అబోవ్ చార్ట్, అబోవ్ బార్ గ్రాఫ్ ఆర్ బార్ గ్రాఫ్ అని అనుకున్నాం. ఇట్ ఈస్ క్లియర్ దట్ దేర్ ప్రొడక్షన్ ఈస్ 20,000 ఏదో ఒకటి మనకు మెన్షన్ చేస్తారు కదా క్వశ్చన్లో, 27 and 15,000 రెస్పెక్టివ్లీ ఫర్ ఏదో ఇయర్ నెంబర్స్ ఇస్తారనుకుంటే ఆ ఇయర్స్ రాస్తాం మనం, ఓకే. దట్ దేర్ ప్రొడక్షన్ ఈజ్ 20, ఇట్లా ఒక స్టేట్మెంట్ రాస్తాం మనం. ఇదేంటంటే మనకి గివెన్ కింద కన్సిడర్ చేస్తాం. వీ విల్ కన్సిడర్ దిస్ వన్ యాజ్ గివెన్. దీన్ని మనం ఒక గివెన్ లాగా కన్సిడర్ చేస్తాం, అవునా? నెక్స్ట్ గివెన్ లాగా కన్సిడర్ చేసాం కదా, సో మనకి ఏమయ్యాయి 3 అబ్జర్వేషన్స్ ఏంటియో తెలిసిపోయినాయి, ఓకే. నెక్స్ట్ మనల్ని ఏమడిగారు? యావరేజ్ కనుక్కోమన్నాడు. సో మీరు ఏం రాస్తారు? ఇమీడియట్గా యావరేజ్ ఫార్ములా రాస్తారు. యావరేజ్కి ఫార్ములా ఏంటిది? సమ్ ఆఫ్ అబ్జర్వేషన్స్ బై నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ అబ్జర్వేషన్స్, ఓకే. సో ఫార్ములా అయిపోయినది. ఇది గివెన్ అనమాట. గివెన్ని మనం ఒక స్టేట్మెంట్ లాగా రాసాం. నెక్స్ట్ ఇప్పుడు మనం సమ్ ఆఫ్ అబ్జర్వేషన్స్ బై నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ అబ్జర్వేషన్స్ ఏంటి మనకి? 27, 15 అండ్ ఎన్ని అబ్జర్వేషన్స్ అయ్యాయి? మొత్తం 3 అబ్జర్వేషన్స్ అయ్యాయి. సార్ క్వశ్చన్ కింద ఆన్సర్ సపరేట్ ఉంటుందమ్మా, సపరేట్ ఉంటుంది. క్వశ్చన్ పేపర్ వేరు ఉంటుంది, ఆన్సర్ షీట్ వేరు ఉంటుంది. మీరు క్వశ్చన్ పేపర్ క్యారీ చేయొచ్చు మీతోని, ఓకే. సపరేట్ మీరు ఎట్లయితే స్కూల్లో క్వశ్చన్ పేపర్ ఒక బుక్లెట్ ఇచ్చి ఆన్సర్ రాయమంటారు, సేమ్ ఇక్కడ కూడా అలానే ఉంటుంది. అలా ఏముండదు, ఇంతే స్పేస్లో మీరు ఆన్సర్ రాయాలి ఇలా ఏముండదు, మీరు అడ్జస్ట్ చేసుకొని రాయాల్సి ఉంటుంది, ఓకే. సో ఇది మీరు ఆన్సర్ చేసేసారు, అయిపోతుంది. సో మినిమం ఇట్లా రాయాల్సింది ఉంటుందండి డిఐకి. స్టెప్ వైజ్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయాలంటే ఇట్లా క్వశ్చన్ మోస్ట్లీ డిఐ అంటే మీరు సాల్వ్ చేసినప్పుడు మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది. ఐదర్ క్వశ్చన్ రిలేటెడ్ టు యావరేజ్ అడుగుతాడు మనకి, రైట్, లేకపోతే పర్సంటేజ్ అంటే కంపేర్ చేయమంటాడు ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్కి, లేకపోతే మొత్తంగా ఉన్న ప్రొడక్షన్కి ఈ ప్రొడక్షన్కి రేషియో తీయమంటాడు, లేకపోతే ఇట్లా చేయమంటాడు కదా. సో ఆ స్టేట్మెంట్ ఏదైతే గివెన్ వాల్యూస్ ఉన్నాయో ఒక సింపుల్ స్టేట్మెంట్తోని మనకు రిక్వైర్డ్ థింగ్స్ ఏవైతున్నాయో అవి వచ్చేలాగా రాసుకోవాలి. ఫ్రమ్ ద గివెన్ గ్రాఫ్ అనుకోవచ్చు, ఎబోవ్ వాడలేము, ఫ్రమ్ ద గివెన్ బార్ గ్రాఫ్ అని రావచ్చు. ఎందుకంటే ఎబో అంటే మనం అక్కడ పైన డ్రా చేయం కాబట్టి ఫ్రమ్ ద గివెన్ బార్ గ్రాఫ్ లేదా ఫ్రమ్ ద గివెన్ పై చార్ట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ క్లియర్ దట్ సో అండ్ సో థింగ్స్ ఆర్ గివెన్, ఓకే. సో బేస్డ్ ఆన్ దట్ ఫార్ములా ఉంటే ఫార్ములా, లేకపోతే ఏమైనా క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ ఉంటే ఆ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ చేసి మనం ఫైనల్ ఆన్సర్ రాస్తాం. సో ఈ మినిమం స్టెప్స్ అయితే రాయాలండి డెఫినెట్గా డిఐలో ఈ స్టెప్స్ అయితే రాయాలి, ఖచ్చితంగా రాయాల్సింది ఉంటుంది, ఓకే. ఇంకేమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా? సో మీకు ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే అడగండి, డెఫినెట్గా నేను క్లియర్ చేయడానికి ట్రై చేస్తాను. ఒకసారి ఓరియంటేషన్ వీడియో కూడా ఉన్నది, అది కూడా ఒకసారి చెక్ చేయండి. అక్కడ మీకు ఆ సిలబస్ గురించి ఇంకొంచెం డీటెయిల్గా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశాను నేను ఆ వీడియోలో. సో మనం ఎట్లా ప్రిపేర్ అవుతాం, ఎలా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తాం, ఇవన్నీ. right?